the classroom's vent. If you were to roll the shot in there, it would reach the library.
It's all connected, and we already knew this.
I see. That air duct connects the classroom to the library.
So, the shot is rolled into the vent, passes through the duct, and comes out of the air vent above the library bookcase.
But how could she have hit Rantaro from all the way over there?
That's the tricky part.
The vent was way too far from Rantaro's body. So it was just a coincidence?
What kind of coincidence is that?
A coincidence achieved by the ultimate lucky student.
What a mystery.
Yep. And Shuichi would be the only one who knows this detail. Because if I'm thinking correctly, oh my, did they not let you see everything? But there was one indicator, one small little bit, a blink and you miss it opportunity. Oh, yes. Yes, I'm glad somebody else pointed it out. She was being weird. In all the wrong places, too. Alright, when you stare at me that way. Shake it off, man. Life's on the line. No backing down, let's figure this out.
The shot that fell from the vent. How did it strike Rantaro's head from that distance?
Yeah, that's impossible.
It's not like it started rolling on its own. It fell off the bookcase onto Rantaro's head.
Maybe the shot was on the floor. And Rantaro tripped over it, causing him to hit his head on the bookcase?
Watch out so you don't slip and fall. What if Rantaro's corpse moved on its own? Like he was standing under the vent when the shot hit his head. Then he walked a few steps before he finally dropped dead. Hey, Shuichi. Don't lose sight of the truth.
Okay, Kaede. I'll look for the truth. I definitely found it.
The shot that fell from the
God,
vent.
this sucks. This sucks so
How
hard.
did it strike Rantaro's head
Alright,
from that
I don't know if
distance?
any of you saw it, but
that's
there was
impossible.
something that we could totally agree with.
not like it
Actually,
started rolling
Ryoma
on
said
its
it. Rolling on its own!
I agree.
It's just like Ryoma said. The shot rolled along the top of the bookcase and fell on Rantaro's head.
Hold up. We actually reached our first back door just one non-stop debate ago. Let's go ahead and head back all the way through. The thing is, did any of you catch it? There was one statement in there that we could actually lie for. And it's actually really sad when you stop and think about it. Back into the non-stop debate. We are going to use the vent bullet.
The shot that fell from the vent. How did it strike Rantaro's head from that distance?
Yeah, that's impossible.
It's not like it started rolling on its own.
You know what? I just realized I probably shouldn't have readied the bullet, because something I did not notice the first time I used a lie bullet is that my health is slowly going down. I'm sure if you raise the amount of hearts you have, you could survive this, but this is a very long non-stop debate, and the statement we're shooting is the last one. Let's try again, because I just lost a lot of health.
Hey, Shuichi,
Yeah, Kaede?
don't lose sight of the truth.
I'm gonna lie for you.
I'll reveal the truth.
Well, actually, maybe the shot didn't pass through the vent.
Did you not just tell us that the shot traveled through the vent?
That's true, but I just remembered the library's vent was closed.
The vent was closed?
So I think my deduction might be wrong.
Shuichi? I see. Shuichi, we both investigated the vent, but you misunderstood something.
What?
I closed the vent grate while we were investigating, but it was open before.
Does this mean Shuichi's testimony was based on a misunderstanding?
No, that's a lie.
It's not a lie, but depending on your deduction, it could become a lie. Shuichi, please answer the question. How did the shot reach Rantaro? You know the answer. You just heard it during the debate.
It's just like Ryoma said. The shot rolled along the top of the bookcase and fell on Rantaro's head.
It rolled along the bookcase?
I did say that, but would the shot have rolled that conveniently?
Never believe in luck.
It has nothing to do with convenience. The shot rolled exactly how the culprit wanted. They used books on top of the bookcases to direct the path of the shot.
The shot's path was directed by books? How would that even work?
It would be easier to explain with a floor plan of the library.
Oh, hey, wait! A plot point that never got resolved. Hey, Mew! If we can actually get that floor plan, that would be amazing right now. Mew-iruma, do you have what we need?
That's it! Mew, I recall that during the investigation, you said you would use your drone to make a floor plan.
Oh yeah! What happened with that? I've already developed the photos and drafted some sketches.
Can I see them?
Then let's look at it. Maybe we all find clue.
Please, Mew.
Oh, want him that badly, huh? Fine. But now you owe me one.
Fine, whatever.
Voila! Feast your eyes on these babies.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's it.
It's just as I thought.
What is?
See? The books are stacked like stairs from the vent to where Rantaro's body was found.
Oh! Shuichi is right!
Indeed, they are stacked like stairs. I did not notice when I looked up from the floor.
That absolutely confirms it. And here's an image. The blink and you miss it moment. This is when I started to get suspicious, along with all the other things.
I see. The shot rolled on top of these books, eh?
Yes, I'm sure of it. The shot was rolled into the classroom vent and came out in the library. If the vent was open, the shot would have maintained momentum. And you did that, right, Kaede? You made sure the vent was open.
Yeah, she did. We witnessed all of this! And it was the perfect setup! Best part is, I don't think this plan was even realized until much later. I mean, as soon as she put the books together, that was the beginning of the plan.
Impressive. You have a really good memory, Shuichi.
How could I forget underneath your skirt? Wait, what?
When the shot came through, the stacked books made it change direction. It then rolled down the path made by the books. The books were stacked in rows so that the shot wouldn't fall off. At the same time, the books blocked the shot from view. Then, when the ball was directly above Rantaro, it changed direction, rolled along the groove of the open books, and fell on top of his head. And it was the camera flash that lured him to that exact spot.
A setup that complicated is almost like a Rube Goldberg machine.
So Kaede created this mechanism?
Well, it would be...
Wait, even with the Rube whatever setup, when did she roll the ball into the duct?
Yeah, that's the weird part.
That's right! Wasn't Shuichi with Kaede in the classroom?
Correct. See, these are the bits you kind of have to fill in yourself, like I did. Oh, God. Yep, at the exact moment. She did it while we were leaving.
That's it!
The moment we ran out of the classroom. When the sensor went off, I ran out first, and then Kaede followed.
Conveniently after Shuichi.
But just before she left, I'm right, aren't I, Kaede?
Of course, the ultimate detective would remember all that.
Your words and that smile. Is this your admission of guilt?
Hold on, don't just jump to conclusions. I've still got a lot of questions.
Seems you have your fair share of defenders, Kaede. Unfortunately, I'm one of them.
That's weird. Why do you sound so desperate?
Because look at her, she's friggin' cute and she's also a killer!
There's nothing weird about it. There's just no way I could believe someone like Kaede would be the culprit.
Actually, yeah. Kaito, I'm right there with you. Because wasn't her main goal to protect everyone?
Yeah, going to not believe it either.
What?
Don't worry, Kaede. I'll clear your name.
Now, Kaede, just think about this. It's not white knighting. It is literally because no one can fathom that you are a murderer. Especially with a death as gruesome as that, and with something as complex as that. Not saying that you wouldn't be able to come up with it on your own. It's just everything you said beforehand contradicts everything.
I refuse to believe that Kaede is the culprit. I still have my doubts.
What kind of doubts?
Doubts about the noise, of course. The library should have been quiet, right? If that shot was rolling through the vents, it would have made a ton of noise.
Indeed! So much noise! Rentaro would have heard!
Yeah, some noise ain't a big deal.
Of course it's a big deal!
Yeah. The shot put ball should have made so much noise, especially going down the vent. That's metal on metal we're talking about.
Kaede is the culprit.
But the bad part is, and this is something I brought up a lot, and the fact that the game called it out too is very helpful with the scenario.
The library should have been quiet.
Should have been quiet except for the loud noises! Thank you! I'm so glad that hit. It looked like I missed it.
The murder occurred while the Killing Game promotional video was being broadcast. So the library would not have been completely quiet at the time.
Oh. So that ghastly video drowned out the sound of the shots rolling.
What?
Kaito, are you done now?
Damn it! So it's true then? You're saying Kaede really is the culprit?
So that means most of Kaede's sins were committed right before Shuichi's eyes.
That's the messed up part. We never knew, because we were the main character.
That's correct. I was with her in the classroom. And when she moved the vent grate aside. And when she lined up the books on top of the bookcase.
It was all to make you think she was just quirky. But it turns out it was all part of the plan. Yikes. Kaede, I honestly didn't think you had it in ya. But all of that prep in front of the ultimate detective, that takes some balls.
And it was the same when you took the murder weapon, wasn't it? You took the shot put ball when you got the cameras for Mew, right, Kaede?
Yeah. That pause. I knew there was something about that pause. And the thing is, when you're playing this your first time, you think nothing of it. Like, she sees these things and goes, you know what? This situation we're in is bad. You don't realize you're playing a murderer. And there's also this line right here.
So you were hiding it the entire time?
Where would she have even hidden it?
Well, it certainly wasn't in my skirt pocket. It's kind of obvious, guys. She wears it the entire time.
That's it! Kaede's backpack. She was carrying the shot put ball in there. Despite its weight, it would have been easy to carry in a backpack. I noticed you also had a spare vest, which you could have wrapped it in.
That's smart.
That would prevent the cameras you were carrying from being damaged.
She thought of everything.
Then that means all of this happened right in front of Shuichi.
I suspect he started to catch on after a little bit, but still, for a while there, he was none the wiser.
But we should not blame him for that.
It was a great plan.
None of those actions warranted suspicion at the time, so he might not have noticed.
Only after the murder happened did he start to have suspicions. You can tell when you're talking to him and he's kind of spacing out. That's when he started putting pieces together. This is rough.
That clears it all up then. Every part of the crime Kaede plotted.
That can't be.
It's gotta be mistake, right?
But if all of that is true, then that's pretty unfortunate. I mean, it's Kaede, you know?
The one who didn't want any killing did the first killing.
She kept preaching about working together, and then she goes and kills in cold blood!
No, something still doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
Kaede wouldn't do something like that.
Precisely. This is the weird part.
Huh? You mean she's not the type? But you were the one that said she did it, right?
Yes, I did say that. But murder in cold blood is just not in her character.
Correct. The key phrase there being cold blood.
I truly believe that. I believe in her.
But why? Why do you still believe in me, Shuichi? Why? Tell me why! Why are you doing this? Are you still looking away from the truth?
Not at all. My belief in you is going to lead me to the truth. I'll show you what's behind all this. I'll show you your truth.
Yeah, it's getting a little crazy. Another tutorial? Way to break it all up. Come on. But now it's time for an argument armament. Remove their armaments to refute what they are saying. Oh, it's this. Oh, I love that outfit, too. Destroy all your foes' armaments, then strike the finishing blow. Great. It's another rhythm game. This has been in every Danganronpa. In 2, it was a lot more difficult. So let's see if I can actually keep up the rhythm. Hopefully, this won't, like, continuously change the rhythm. But then again, they will be fighting back, so here's hoping that everything is all synced up and I won't do too terribly. Okay, the music will change, tempo picks up. Goody goody! Fever time? That sounds like cheating. You'll be invincible and you can press any button. Only activate it when the focus energy is full. Okay, you can give your final argument. This is important. There will be 4 words, you need to put them in order. I wonder what Kaede's will be. Split-second logic. I think we can do that. Sure, tutorial, whatever. Alright, rhythm time.
You still believe in me? I'm definitely the culprit. And you think I wouldn't do it? It's all my fault! Ah! I'm the one who killed Rantaro! That's the truth of this case! And that's all there is to it! I'm a terrible murderer! Ah! Please stop! Just stop! Remember what I told you? You have to fight for the truth. Shuichi, I know you can do this. If you say you believe in me, then don't look away from the truth. Please stop. Just stop. Remember what I told you? You have to fight for the truth. Shuichi, I know you can do this. Ah! Do you know what I was trying to do?
Kill the mastermind!
You weren't persuaded by Monokuma, and you weren't trying to save yourself. What you were trying to do was kill the mastermind.
Kill the mastermind?
Kaede wasn't targeting Rantaro. She was targeting the mastermind. She was trying to end this killing game. She was trying to save us all. Isn't that right, Kaede?
You know what makes this more tragic? The fact that Rantaro said, "None of you get in my way or you'll ruin everything." And look what happened.
I see! Otherwise, everyone would have died when the time limit expired.
So, she tried to end the killing game by killing the mastermind?
But it's all my fault. Kaede trusted my detective skills. I told her the mastermind might be there. And that's why she set that trap. It's all my fault. She trusted my detective work and I screwed it up.
Stop. That's not true. Please, don't say it's your fault. It'll be harder for me. None of this is your fault. It's mine. Everything's my fault!
Kaede.
Oh, just tear the rest of my heart out, why don't you?
Shuichi, can I ask you to do one last favor for me?
Anything.
Can you end all of this?
What?
I want you to reveal everything that happened and convince everyone. And then, I want you to end this. That's my final wish.
I understand. I'll end all of this. I'll reveal everything. The truth and the lies.
One final game. The way to fulfill Kaede's wish. The closing argument. Ooh, it looks like they fixed it. Sweet! The closing argument wraps up all the cases. You'll have to reproduce the order of events in the case in the form of a comic book. Ooh, that sounds better already. Ah, so there are gaps here and there. Gotcha. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. After selecting the panels, fulfill the gaps. Okay, so just put everything back into place based on what they say. Pair the empty space hints with the stock panel hints to complete the comic. That you cannot select first. Oh, gotcha. Filling in gaps correctly will unlock the other panels. Well, that's nice. That actually helps out quite a bit. Alright, here we go. The closing argument. Let's solve the case. Who wanted to fight against Monokuma after hearing the additional motive? Well, hold on a sec. Oh, I see. Okay. Several shot put balls, prop open the grate, killing game promo video, Rentaro knows the... Oh, there! These guys wanted to fight. Who was asked to modify the cameras? I don't think we have that one yet. No, we don't. Move on to the next page. What was the murder weapon found in the warehouse? Would this work? Let's try it. I'll be darned, it worked. And it looks like some more of them opened. Bow to Muiruma. Open the encyclopedia and security sensor receiver goes off. So does this mean we can actually solve this guy? Who was asked to modify the cameras? Well, we had to get desperate. Mew, please. Next. What did the culprit do with the library's vent? Well, that would be prop it open. And while I'm trying to figure this out, take a listen to the music. Well, crap. Oh, that must be for something else. What happened in the classroom 1 hour before the time limit? Oh, right. Yep, there we go. Sorry, I got events mixed up in my head. So, this is a lot better than the other closing arguments. Like, Danganronpa 1 was fine, but this is so much better, in my opinion. Just because it doesn't seem like you're that rushed. And, you know, putting panels back in a comic book, that's a lot easier, at least in my opinion. But now we've solved the entire case.
This is the truth of the case!
It all began 2 days prior, when Monokuma gave us the additional motive. The time limit added to this killing game triggered the crime. After the announcement, some of us decided to form groups to plan our next move. I had my own plan to find the mastermind, and someone offered to help me. At the time, I never would have imagined they would become the culprit. To expose the mastermind, the culprit and I set up hidden cameras in the library. There was a hidden door in the library that showed signs of use. We deduced that the mastermind would return there to let Monokuma out. The next day, we asked Mew if she could modify some cameras for our trap. We then went to the warehouse to gather the necessary materials. All we needed were disposable cameras and a security sensor. But the culprit found something else there. The murder weapon. That's right, the shot put ball. They put the cameras as well as the shot in their backpack. Then, on the day the time limit would expire, the day of the murder, the culprit and I collected the modified cameras from Mew and visited the library. Once there, we searched the room for ideal locations to place the cameras. But even then, the culprit was preparing the murder. They began by removing the vent grate and laid it inside the air duct. Then, they moved the pile of books on top of the bookcase, pretending to organize them. After that, they placed open encyclopedias on the final bookcase. It appeared innocuous enough, but it was actually a path for the murder weapon. The culprit also tampered with the hidden camera linked to the security sensor. I was responsible for setting up the other cameras, but that one, I didn't even notice their trick. They used duct tape to keep the flash function on. After the cameras were set, the culprit and I climbed the stairs to the first floor classroom. We kept a lookout for the others and waited for the security sensor to go off. During the stakeout, we saw Kaito and 6 others go down to the basement. Rantaro was with them, the first victim. After watching that group enter the game room, I returned to the classroom. With about 1 hour remaining, the security receiver I was holding went off. I assumed it was the mastermind, so I ran out of the classroom to the library. I was in such a hurry, I left the culprit behind. Looking back on it now, that was the last chance I had to stop the murder. After I had left, the culprit took the shot put ball out of their backpack and rolled it into the classroom vent. This set the murder in motion. Rantaro had moved the bookcase, triggering the receiver. Unbeknownst to him, the trap had been sprung. First, the modified camera took a picture of Rantaro with the flash on. Rantaro noticed the flash and approached the bookcase to inspect the camera. The camera flash lured Rantaro directly into the murder weapon's path. The shot the culprit tossed into the vent rolled through the air duct. Came out of the library's vent and kept rolling atop the bookcase. Opening the vent grate and organizing the books was all to create a path. Under normal circumstances, the victim would have been alerted by the noise. But the promotional video was masking the sound of the shot rolling. The shot kept rolling, then fell on Rantaro's head, killing him instantly. By the time we had entered the room, the murder was complete. I imagine, seeing Rantaro's body, the culprit probably thought, the mastermind is dead, the game is over, now we can all go home. But their wish didn't come true, because Rantaro wasn't the mastermind. It was murder, in an attempt to save all our lives. That is the truth. That's the truth behind your lies, Kaede Akamatsu, the ultimate pianist.